Street Cross Island. In the present day mean then at Brox Royal. In Acadia, present day Nova Scotia. In 1608, Champlain built a fortress at what is now Quebec City. The colonists struggled against a harsh climate. Champlain allied the colony with the Algonquin, Montagnais, and Huron, historic enemies of the Iroquois, a confederation of five, later six First Nations who battled with the French settlement for a century. The French and the Iroquois made peace in 1701.
Yeah, very good. Very good. That's excellent reading. Um, there's a lot of, French names, difficult names there. So that's very good. So let's look at just the ideas. This is the type of information they ask questions about. Okay, so the very first part, in 1604, the first European settlement north of Florida. Okay, so the first European settlement north of Florida. So Florida is in the southern United States, and that was probably the Spanish. Maybe the Spanish started Florida. And so the French that had the first European settlement all the way, that's a long way, from Canada down to Florida. There was no settlements in between. But the names here are important. So Pierre de Monts and Samuel de Champlain. Those are two names that will probably be a question. Okay, so first settlement north of Florida, Pierre de Monts and Samuel de Champlain. And those settlements were at St. Croix, which is Maine, and then Nova Scotia, Port Royal and Acadia and Nova Scotia, 1604. And then 1608, Champlain built a fort in Quebec City. Has anybody been to Quebec City? Have anybody been to Quebec City?
Me, no.
No, nobody. If you have a chance, when we can travel, go to Quebec City. It is a very, very beautiful city, and it's the second oldest city in North America. St. Augustine in Florida is the oldest. Quebec City is the second oldest city in North America. So they have the walls from from when the city was first built, and many buildings. It's a very beautiful city. So please visit when you can, because it's a very beautiful place. Okay, so 1608, Champlain built a fort, built large buildings, and that was what is now Quebec City. And so in 1608, it was very difficult because the winters were very cold. They weren't used to Canada's winters. So harsh climate. The colonists struggled against a harsh climate. That means the people living there, it was very difficult because of the weather. And so it says Champlain allied the colony with, so what Champlain did, he was French. He made friends. He did friends with the Indians, the native. And so the different groups were the Algonquin, the Montagnais, the Huron, and they were all enemies of the Iroquois. So the French and those three Indian groups fighting the Iroquois. The Iroquois were fighting the French. So that's sometimes a question. And so First Nations battled with the French settlements for a century. So this is sometimes a question. Who did the French battle with? They battled with the Iroquois. Okay. And then in 1701, the French and the Iroquois made peace. So they stopped fighting. Yeah, so there's a lot of information. When we do the history, there's a lot of information. But try to remember some dates. 1701, the French made peace with the Iroquois. 1604, the first European settlement north of Florida. 1608, Champlain built a fort, which is Quebec. Yeah, so those are the main ideas there. Okay, good, very good. Okay, and Rashid, you're here now, right?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
Hi, Rashid, how are you?
Good, good. How are you?
Good, good. And Manal, would you like to read this part here where it says the French and Aboriginal people? Would you like to do that one, please? Manal?
I'm good, teacher. I'm good. It's difficult for me.
Hey, we'll try. We'll try. Do it together.
Okay.
No problem.
Okay. The French and Aboriginal people cooperated in the first fair trade is anomaly. What teacher this?
Economy.
Driven by the demand for beaver perist in Corpa,
In Europe.
Europe.
Yeah.
Europe. It's to
Outstanding.
Livers like John Talk Push live and content frantis plate of a French employer in North America. The result from House Bay to the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah, Mexico.
Mexico. Okay.
Yeah, very good. Very good.
Thank you.
You get the French names.
Yeah, because I know this House Bay.
You know French or
No.
Oh, you know about this history.
Yeah, a little, not too much.
Oh, excellent. Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those are important French names. Yeah, so this one says the French and Aboriginal people collaborated. That means they worked together. So you had the Aboriginal people and the French, and they worked together. And they worked together to get the beavers, the beaver skins. And so they made a lot of money because the beaver skin, the beaver fur was very popular in Europe. They made hats out of it, and it was very popular. So together, the French and the Aboriginal people, they worked together to get the beavers, and they made money. And fur trade economy, that's what that means, the vast fur trade economy. So that's how they made their money. And then outstanding leaders. Outstanding, that word outstanding means very, very good. It means excellent, very good. So these are very important leaders, important men for the French. And they were Jean Talon, Bishop Laval, Count Frontenac. Those three important men. They built the French Empire in North America. So the French were trying to build up North America, and it went from Hudson Bay, which is in the north of Canada, all the way to the Gulf of Mexico, which is in Florida. So that's a long, long way. That's to the north of Canada, all through the United States, all down to Florida. That's a long, long way. Okay, so that's what the ideas in this one. So the questions might be, let's see, what might be the questions here? Um, let's see, they're working together for the French and the Aboriginal people. They work together in the fur trade. That might be a question. And then I don't think they will ask a question about Jean Talon or Bishop Laval. I don't think they will. Yeah, okay, so that's the French. They're trying to build up their empire. Very good. Okay, so let's go down to the next one. I'll just make the screen go down. You have your book. Okay, Gazala, would you like to read this one where it says struggle for a continent? Would you like to do that one, please?
Okay. Following the were a great brain.
Sorry, Gazelle. I'm underneath that part. It's just
Down?
it's just you're just higher up than me. This where it says struggle for a continent, and it's
Okay.
on. Yeah,
16:7?
yeah.
Okay. In 1607, King Charles, all of England, granted the Hudson Bay Company exclusive trading right over the watershed, drinking into Hudson Bay. For the next 100 years, the company completed with Montreal beside rather the skilled and orders.
Yeah, these are difficult words.
Can you tell me about
Yeah,
this?
yeah. The skilled and courageous men. The skilled, courageous,
Courageous
courageous.
name how traveled they Connie were called
That's French.
Frugally no rough
I'll give you. I'll tell
color.
you this. I'll tell you this one, Gazelle. That's a French word, so you don't have to know French.
Yeah, I know.
In French, you say voyageurs, voyageurs,
Voyageurs and
voyageurs. And then this one is cour de bois, cour de bois.
Cordoba does this beside and from formed strong all nations with the French first natives.
Yeah, very good, very good. Okay, you get a hard one too. These are hard. These are hard, but you did well. Yeah. So 1670, King Charles II of England said the Hudson Bay Company, they can trade, they can do business anywhere, basically anywhere in Canada. The Hudson Bay Company can do business anywhere in Canada. And the Hudson Bay Company is still going now. So you can go to, I don't know if there's one at Conestoga Mall. I think there might be. Is there a bay? It's called The Bay. And I think it might be at Conestoga Mall. Yeah, so the Hudson Bay Company is now a big store. And they sell clothes and things. And it's just called The Bay. But that company is very, very, very old. And so it started when the King of England said, you can get all the beaver pelts you want anywhere in Canada. And so for 100 years, the company competed with Montreal traders. So they competed with French companies. Hudson Bay Company did. And then it says the skilled and courageous men. Courageous, that's a very good word. Courageous means very brave, very, very brave. That means you're not afraid, because it would be very dangerous work they would do, very dangerous. They would have a canoe. I don't know if you know a canoe. It's like a long boat, a long thin boat, and they would paddle, and it was a big canoe, and they would go through all the rivers of Canada and near waterfalls and very dangerous areas. And they traveled and collected the beaver pelts from the Aboriginals all over Canada. And Canada is a very big country. So they were very brave men. They were called voyageurs and coureurs de bois. And so it says, and they formed strong alliances with First Nations. So the voyageurs and the coureurs de bois, they became very good friends with the First Nations, because the First Nations would bring the beaver pelts and the coureurs de bois would trade. And so they became very, very good friends. Yeah, very good. Does everybody understand that one? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Is okay? Okay, good.
Yes. Thank you, teacher.
Good. Okay, and then Rashid, I'm going to get you to read the last one, Rashid, okay? Just so you know. And then, let's see, Mohammed, would you like to read the next one where it says English colonies? Would you like to do that?
Okay.
Yeah, okay. English colonies along the Atlantic, seaboard, dating from the early 16th, eventually become rich and more peoples than New French. In the 17th, France and Great Britain battled for control of North America. In 1759, the British defeated the French in the Battle of the Plains of Abraham at Quebec City, marking the end of French empire in America. The commanders of both arms, Brigadier James Wolfe and the Marquis of Montcalm were killed, lending their troops in battle.
Very good, very good. Yeah, so this paragraph has a number of questions they will ask. So a number of questions. So first of all, this one here, English colonies along the Atlantic seaboard dating from the 1600s. So the English towns and colonies where people lived, they had more money and they had more people than the French ones. So that usually is the question. So the English colonies had more money, they were richer and more populous. That means they had more people than the French ones. And so, and then the 1700s, France and Great Britain battled, they fought for North America for a long time. There was a long battle, a long war, 1700s. And then finally in 1759, the British, they beat the French in Quebec City at the Plains of Abraham. And that's when the French control in North America ended, 1759. That's an important date. That will be a question probably. And so the commanders of both armies, Brigadier James Wolfe and the Marquis de Montcalm, they were both killed. The leaders of both the armies were killed in that battle. It was a very big battle. If you do go to Quebec City, you can see the area where the British came and where the French fought. It's still there now. It's called the Plains of Abraham. people go there and they have music and they have picnics. It's a big, beautiful area now. So yeah, if you go there, you can see this now. So the things to remember here are the English settlements were more richer and populous than the French. In the 1700s, France and Great Britain fought for America, 1700s. In 1759, the British won. They beat the Plains of Abraham in Quebec. Those are the main points to remember there. Good. Okay. Now I want to make sure everybody reads, and I'm going to get Rashid to read the last one, the long one. So let's see. We've got to do these ones up here now. Let's see. We have Diala and we have and Rashid to read again. Diala's already read. Okay. Zaniba, which one do you want to do, Zaniba? Do you want to do this little one, or do you want to do the next one?
Okay.
Do you want to do the?
You're looking, you know what I'm reading now? I was looking like I read the last one. Now he read Muhammad. That's the one I read. I say, please, teacher, give me that one is easy. So.
Which one is easier, the last one?
No, I read it, whatever. I read what you say. Read.
I know, but your reading is good. I want you to, okay. How about you read, okay, you read this one and then we'll see how you do if you want to do the next one too. Okay. The province of Quebec.
The province of Quebec. Following the war, Great Britain renamed the colony the province of the Quebec. The French-speaking Catholic people, known as Apatanis, that's new, or Canadians, stole to preserve their way of life in the English-speaking Protestant ruled British Empire.
Very good, very good. British Empire, very good. Yeah, very good. So the province of Quebec, let's just talk about this one. So we had the war in 1759, right? And the English won, British won. So they changed the colony of Quebec. They called it the province of Quebec.
Yeah.
So now this was controlled by the British. And then the French speaking, but this is very different than some wars, because sometimes when you have one group fighting another group, so group A, group B, if group A wins, then group B has to do whatever group A says. But not in Canada, not in Quebec. What they did was the British won. They won the battle, so they controlled Quebec. But they said the French, they could still be keep their language, they could keep their religion, they could keep some of their laws, and they didn't make them do everything that the British do. And so that was good, because the French were comfortable. They weren't they weren't happy, but they were comfortable. So let's see. The French-speaking people, known as habitants or Canadians, strove to preserve their way of life in the English-speaking Protestant-ruled British Empire. So this was the province of Quebec. It was named after the war in 1759, and the French people tried to keep their culture. That's what it's talking about there. Very good. Okay. Okay, and this one here.
Excuse me, Brian.
Yes, sir. Do you have questions? I'm sorry.
No, just sorry. I want to leave because I have something outside.
Okay, that's fine. Mohammed, just so you know, all these all these lessons will be on the YouTube channel too, so you can watch it later if you want to.
Okay, thank you so much, Brian. I'm
Yeah,
sorry
no
about that.
That's no problem. It's no problem. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna split this one between Gazala and Manal. I'm gonna let you split it. Is that okay? Because I want you to practice reading more because you're getting better. So Gazala, why don't you start the tradition
Okay.
of yeah, and then
Okay, now
yeah, you start
to
it.
better.
Yeah.
Okay. To better govern the Roman, French Roman Catholic majority, the British Parliament beside the Quebec Atlantic of 1774. One of the, this is hard. This is,
Oh, constitutional foundations. Yeah, that's
can you tell me about this, Brian?
yeah. One of the constitutional foundations.
Constitution Foundation of
Yeah.
Canada, the Quebec Atlantic commented the brain slips brain sleeps sleep no brain sleep give me 1 second.
Take your time.
Francis Place.
Yeah, good. You're really close. You're almost got it. You almost got principle. You're really close. Principles.
Principles.
Yeah,
Okay. Of British. Oh my God.
You're doing good.
But it is okay, and I'm happy for Lynn. It's okay. Okay. It. Oh no, here. Institutions.
Institution. Yeah.
Institution. What, Brian?
Institutions.
Institution. Give me 1 second.
It's okay.
Institution.
No, Manal. No. The teacher tell me. Brian, please, can you
Institution.
Institutions.
Institutions. Oh
God.
Okay. Reality of the province.
Yeah, good. But you stop there. You stop there. Very good. That's good. I like how you don't stop. You just keep trying. And when you keep trying, you get it. It's no problem. It's hard. These are very big words. So don't worry. These are very big words. Don't worry about it. And then Manal, would you like to read the rest part where it says it allowed? Can you do that part?
It allowed religions freedom for constitutions and be martyred prevented them to hold Philip's office, a practice not then always allowed in preaching. The Quebec art restored French civil law while maintaining British Columpiental law.
Yeah, very good, very good.
Simple.
Yeah, okay, very good. No, it's fun.
Practice,
Yeah,
teacher.
practice. Very good.
Yeah.
So the ideas here are the ideas of Canada. This little paragraph here is the idea of all of Canada, because it says a tradition of accommodation. Accommodation means you don't tell everybody what to do. You try to work with them to do things together. That's what accommodate. So the British won the war, and they could say, okay, Quebec, you must do everything that we do. You must speak English. You must not be Catholic. You must change your religion, and you must have our laws. But they didn't do that. The British said you can speak French, you can keep your laws, and you can keep your religion. And so that is a very a special thing for Canada, because that's how Canadians think even today. Yeah, so that's what they're trying to say here. So the British Parliament passed the Quebec Act of 1774. That's where they didn't make the French change. So the French people, they could keep their religion, and they could be elected, and they could have their own laws, civil laws. So that's what the Quebec Act of 1774 is. So it's very important, and that will probably be a question too. What did the Quebec Act do? It said that it let the French people keep their religion, have public office, and do their laws. Yeah, so that's the idea. Tradition of accommodation. Very good. Okay, we're going to do one more. History is always the long one. And I'm going to get Rashid, I'm going to get you to do this one. This talks about United States and what happened, why there was a United States. And yeah, can you do this one, please, Rashid? United Empire Loyalists.
Okay. United Empire Loyalists. In 1776, the 13 British colonies to the south of Quebec declared independence and formed the United States. North America was again divided by war. More than 40,000 people loyal to the crown, called loyalists, fled the oppression of the American Revolution to settle in Nova Scotia and Quebec. Joseph Brant led thousands of loyalists, Mohawk Indians into Canada. The loyalists came from Dutch, German, British, Scandinavian, Aboriginal, and other origins and from Presbyterian, Anglican, Baptist, Methodist, Jewish, Quaker, and Catholic religious backgrounds. About 3,000 Black loyalists, freedmen, and slaves. In turn, in 1792, some Black Nova Scotians who were given poor land moved on to establish Freetown, Sierra Leone, West Africa, and a new British colony for freed slaves.
Yeah, very good, Rashid, very good. Okay, good. Okay, so a lot of ideas here. So, so they had all the British colonies, but in 1776, 13 of those colonies, they declared independence, and that's how the United States was started. They had a revolution. They fought in 1776, and then the United States was started. So now North America was divided. Before, North America was French and British, but now it is United States and British. United States and Canada. Canada hasn't really started yet. And so many people living in those 13 colonies wanted to be with the British. And these people were called loyalists. When somebody is loyal, that means they stay with their person or their group. So you want your husband or your wife to be loyal. So they're loyal to you. And so a loyalist is like somebody, these people are loyal to Britain. They wanted to be with Britain. So what they did, they moved to Canada from the, which is now United States. And they went to Nova Scotia and Quebec. And then another, Joseph Brant, he brought thousands of Aboriginals who wanted to be with the British. He brought them into Canada. And so the Loyalists came from all different countries. They were Dutch, German, British, Scandinavian, Aboriginal, and they had all different religions, all the different religions. They all wanted to be in Canada. Many, many people wanted to be in Canada. They didn't want to be in the United States. And then including 3,000 Black Loyalists. Some were slaves, some were free men. And what they did was went to Nova Scotia. And in Nova Scotia, they were given, the land they were given wasn't good for farming. So what they did, they went to Africa. And the British gave them land in Africa. And that's Sierra Leone. That's how Sierra Leone started. Okay, so the United Empire Loyalists. America had a war with Great Britain. They started United States. Many people said, we don't want to live in the United States. We want to live in Great Britain areas. So they went back to Canada. And they're called United Empire Loyalists. Good. Okay, a lot of information today.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try to do some questions. I think when we do the questions, you'll see it won't be that hard. Okay, let's try to do some questions. Okay, just 1 second. Let me get this sorted out here. Okay, let's see. Diallo, would you like to do the first one? I just pressed that by mistake. Don't worry about that. Would you like to do the first one, Diallo, please?
Okay. Who established the first European settlement north of Florida in 1604? The last one?
Yeah,
Pierre
very good.
Dumont and Samuel du Champlain.
Very good, very good. Pierre Dumont and Samuel de Champlain. Good. And then let's see, who's next here? Gazala, would you like to do this one?
Yes. Who established the first European settlement?
Yeah, so who established the first European settlements, or who made the first European town?
Okay. Number one, teacher?
English? Let's see.
Number 3.
Oh, it's okay.
French, yeah.
Yeah,
The
so this
French.
one is the French. Yeah, the
By
French.
French.
I need told French, but oh my God.
It's okay. It's no problem. It's good to make mistakes because then you remember, no problem.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
I
good
know.
to make mistakes. Yeah, the French were the first to actually make town settlements in North America. Good. Okay, and then this one, I don't know if you can see this. Okay. Manal, would you like to do this one?
What is the court name of the first decimal B complaint in 1608? Complaint bill at the New Quebec City. Quebec City.
Yeah,
Two.
Quebec City. Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
yeah. Quebec City.
Mm,
Quebec City. Very good. Yeah, Quebec City. Very good. And then let's see. Who wants to do this? Rashid, would you like to do this one?
Okay. Who battled with the French settlements for a century? Last one, can I say English? The English?
Yeah, you could say English, but let's see if this is right.
Number one.
Remember we were talking about, I think this one is at the beginning. This is
number
what we-
one.
Number
Yeah, this-
one. Yeah.
This one is at the first paragraph.
Yeah, number
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, so I don't think, they did battle with the English, but I don't think this is what they're talking about here. So
Yeah,
you want to
yeah,
try
yeah.
another one?
I think so. This thing is letter 6, letter 5.
Mhm.
What do you think?
I'm seeing this thing is now, but I didn't read the first paragraph.
Did you, oh, I'm sorry, you weren't here with the first paragraph. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Okay. Yeah, so this one is number, I think this is the first.
Number
Okay.
one. Yeah.
Okay, we'll give you we'll give you another one, Rashid. That wasn't fair. I'm sorry. I didn't know you weren't.
No problem, no problem.
Yeah. Okay.
It's my fault. I didn't read it. Yeah.
Okay. And then Zaniba, would you like to do this one?
When did you French and Southern
When
in 15?
the French and the Equan make
Number three, I think.
when the piece is like 17 or
Mm.
1. That's
Seven.
means 1, 2, 3. Yes, 3.
No, three. Yes. Correct.
1701.
01. Yeah.
Very good. 1701. Very good.
Yeah.
And then okay, okay, good. And then this is back to Diala now, please.
700.
What was the main economy of the early European settlers?
Two.
For trade, number two.
Yes.
Very good. Good. And then Gisela, would you like to do this one?
Okay. Who granted the Hudson Bay Company slift rating rights? Okay. King Charles. Yes.
One.
Yes. Number two.
One.
Number two. Teach.
Oh, number one, number two.
No. Not number two. Number four.
Yeah. They're trying to.
Yes. Number four.
Yeah. King Charles the First or King
Yeah.
Charles the Second? They're trying
Yes.
to trick you there. Trying to trick you. On that. Very good. Okay. So I'm going to make this a little bit smaller so you can read it. Let's see. Okay. Manal, would you like this one? You're muted, Manal. I don't know if you know you're muted.
Yes, teacher. I'm read.
Okay.
Who I'm forgot mute. Who were the front and
Share and number one.
number one هيك رأيك؟
سمعتيني انت؟ You listen me?
Number one?
Yes. مع انه عم بطلع عليه لسه ما طلعته
good.
ريحتيني.
You can be a
هلا أنا-
team. You can be a team. That's okay.
Brian, I'm good in equation, but reading, I'm not good.
That's okay. Yeah, it's okay as long as you
Just
get the
I understand about everything.
Ghazala, the memory is good.
Memory is good. That's all that matters. That's all you have to do is you have to get the questions right. That's the whole thing. Everything else doesn't matter. You get the questions
Yeah.
right and you win.
Yeah.
The voyageurs and the Cour d'Ivoire. Yeah, very good. Good. Okay, and then this one, let's see. When did English?
Me, teacher.
No, me.
I want to give a good one for Rashid because he got a bad one last time.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is
Rashid, do you know this one?
When did the English colonies appear along the Atlantic seaboard? It's the early 1700s.
No.
Early.
اثنين.
Number one.
منين جبت
One.
2؟
Number one.
لا.
واحد.
We're getting a bunch of different answers here.
لا
What do you-
لا.
No, number one.
Number one?
Yeah.
Rashid, number one?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, very good.
Teacher, same.
I got the answer from them, but
It's okay. As long as you get it right, it doesn't matter. Very good. Okay. Okay, and then Zaniba, can you do this one?
Yes, teacher. Hard one. Okay. Who battled for control of the North America in the 1700?
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Don't worry about that.
لا
That's correct.
زينب. 3 teacher, 3.
Great Britain and the United States. No, wait, French and Great British.
3.
France and Great Britain.
Yeah.
That's the one correct.
Yeah.
Very good. France and Great Britain. Good. Very good. Okay, and then this one is this is the same kind of question, I guess. Well, this is back to Diala now.
When did the French and Great Britain battle of control of North America? Number two.
Very good. That's the same kind of question, isn't it? Good. And then Ghazala, would you like to do this one?
Yes. Okay. Who? Gained.
Gained. Who gained?
King. Control over North America in the 1700 years. Okay, the French. Yeah. Second. One second. Okay, teacher. Number 3, the French.
So who won control?
Name.
Okay,
Which-
yeah.
Who name?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it won't be number 3 because they didn't win. Who won the battle?
Yeah, teacher, yeah.
What do you think? Who won?
Okay, 1 second. Please,
Yeah.
1 second.
اي والله ما عم لاقي يعني عن جرب.
عم تضيعني. طولي بالك عني. Number 1, teacher.
Yeah, number 1.
Number 1.
English.
Yeah.
If you ever get that question again, just think what language are we
Yeah.
Yeah, so
ضيعني.
yeah, that's a good way to do it. Just good. Okay.
Manal?
I'm going to give this one to it's a lot of reading, Manal. Do you want to do this one? Or it's a lot of reading though. Okay.
Okay.
What do
What
you Okay, go ahead.
marked the end of French employer in America in the 17th? Okay, the employer. English enjoy become
Number 4.
Wow.
لا
Oh, is that Diala? Or is that Diala?
ديانا number 4 خربت لنا كل شيء.
You're just listening to Diala.
Yeah, just listen.
Very good. The British defeated the French in the Battle of the Plains of Abraham at Quebec City. Very good.
Teacher, when I do the test, I bring Diara with me.
Yeah. Great. Be a team. You should all go
Yeah,
together. And
like a team.
you get 100%.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay,
Muhammad,
now we're, sorry, go ahead.
Muhammad is here.
Oh,
Can he answer this question?
yeah, sure. Mohammed's back. Sure. Good. You can answer someone. Yep.
What?
Okay.
Just let me second, Brian. What did the Great Britain remind the French colony of the 1700s?
Rename. What did they change the name to?
Okay. 1 second.
Oh, two.
Keep back here. This is
Number 2, I think, because I'm not check everything.
Check.
Yeah, good. The province of Quebec. That's what they called it. Very good.
Mhm.
Very good.
Thank you, Mana.
And then Rashid, would you like to do this one? I don't know if you're muted, Rashid, or not.
No, I'm here.
Okay, can you do this one?
Okay. It's number 1, the French-speaking Catholic people.
Oh, so, yeah, sorry. Pull the screen back up here. Very good. Very good. Habitants are Canadians, the French-speaking Catholic people. Good. And then Zaniba, would you like to do this one?
Back 17. Okay. That's like the Canadian Parliament, the British Parliament. No. This is like, oh, the Canadian Parliament. Majority, no, British Parliament. Yes.
Very good. Yeah, very good. Excellent.
Yeah, British. Yeah.
British Parliament. Good. And then let's see. Now we're back to Diala, I think.
What is significant of the Quebec Act of 1774?
Number 3.
Numbers, yeah, 3.
Oh,
Them to hold public office.
that was fast. I'm sorry. You were right. I didn't mean to do it so fast. You were right. Very good. Your voices are very similar. Okay. Let's see. So this is for Gazala, I guess.
Yeah, good.
Okay. How were the always imported by the Quebec Act of 1774? 1 second. This is, you need answer good.
Yeah, take your time.
Yeah.
One.
You can ask your team members if you want.
واحد.
لا, I need thinking. 1 second. No. Okay, this is. Yes, number 1, teacher. Number 1.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
في تساعديني.
And then Manal, can you do this one?
Yeah.
Who declared independence in 1776 and from the United States?
Okay.
Okay, all the French
Yeah.
Constitution,
Number two.
all
Number three. Sorry.
Wrong.
Number
to
three. ثلاثة.
the of Quebec. Three
لا.
teacher.
Number 2.
Number 3.
Okay, let's wait. Let's wait. Let's think about that. Okay, so
Okay.
it can't be number 2 because that's all the British
No,
colonies.
no.
So it can't be
Yeah.
that one. So you got to
Number
think
three.
how many
Three.
how
Three.
many British colonies were there? Were there 10?
Number 4.
10?
4.
So were there
No,
10 or
Teacher, it was
Number three.
in
Number
my paragraph. I have to answer it.
Number 4.
okay, just a minute. Manal, this is your
Manal,
question. Okay,
Manal,
Yes.
just a second. This is funny.
طولوا بالكم.
This go to your book and see where it says
Yeah,
United.
I'm here, teacher. Yeah. 1776, the 13 branch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
It's so funny because everybody has a different. It's very good. Okay.
Yeah,
13.
the 13 is right, not
Yeah.
the number. Yeah.
The whole United States now, when you think
Yeah.
of big country that is, it was 13 British colonies. Yeah, very good. Very good.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, and now we're back to Rashid, I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Who were the loyalists? French settlers, French and British settlers. It is number 4 settlers from United States who were loyal or.
Very good. Settlers in the United States are loyal to the crown. The crown is like the Queen or Great Britain. Good. Very good. Oh, okay. No, Saniba, you're getting some hard ones today, but I'll give you this. Do you remember this one? This is for Zaniba.
I don't know, all loyalist. Even reading is hard.
I'll tell you it's not number 4 because he was our first prime minister. It's not him.
Okay, it's not number 4. The Indians into Canada in 17. Okay, 76.
Oh. Number 2.
Is Joseph Brand or Joseph Howe? So, which one is that? Oh, maybe this one I need help.
You need help?
Number 2.
Your team says number 2.
Yeah, 2.
Yes.
2.
You see, Gazala, she's the one she's on.
Zainab, 2.
Do you want to go with the teams, Aniba?
Yes, I will.
Okay. Okay. Let's see if the team's right. Yay, the team's right. Very good. Very good. Okay. And then Mohammed, you want to do this one? I don't know if you were here when we read this.
Yes,
Okay.
Brian.
Okay.
Where was the new British colony for freed slaves? Slaves. Number 1, Brian.
Very good.